श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किक केसरी वेदांताचार्य वर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदाहृति. Today's Nyaasa Vimshati Slokam, 17th Slokam, where Swami explains about the potential ambiguity which may arise in our minds about the Siddhopayam and the Sadhyopayam. Perumal as the means and Prapatti as the means. So let's just go through the sloka and the wonderful deep essence of the sloka. Swabhishta prapti hetu swayamiha purushai svikrita syadupayaha shastre loke cha siddha sapunarubhayatha siddha sadhya prabhetat siddhopayastu muktau niravadhikataya Sri Saka Sarvashaktihi sadhyopayastu bhaktihi nyasanamiti pratak tatvashikara siddhyai. So, in order to reinforce what we had already been covering in the previous slokams, Swami explains the meaning upayam and siddha upayam, sadhya upayam, and also the palan arising out of siddha upayam and sadhya upayam. So for us to get any fruit from any action, we have to perform an action as a way to achieve the fruit that we want as per our desire. So the act or the way or the means in which we deal with to achieve the desired fruit is called upayam, vali, means, way. And there are two branches of this upayam. Siddha upayam, sadhya upayam. Siddham, ready, always there, without any effort on us, without any effort from us. It is always there, ready. And so, but the one that is to be performed by us as a sadhakam, sadhyam. So, for the one who desires moksham as a goal, Bhagavan is the Siddhopayam, and because he is eternal, so we will get to the meanings, what is sadhana, all that. Sadhana means accomplishment, fulfillment, worship. So what do we do to accomplish as the most sought after goal? We all know that from the vivekam, from the discriminator power, we know that any pleasure, material pleasure, worldly pleasure is associated with severe pain. So we want to get rid of all these samsaric afflictions, samsara sagaram, samsaric ocean. Piravi peringadal neenduvar, neendar iraivanadi sheradar. Valluvar says, people would cross the samsaric ocean. Piravi peringadal neenduvar. Who would cross? He says, that I know, but I would tell you who would not cross. People would not cross if they do not surrender to the Lord's lotus feet. Neendar iraivanadi sherada. Who do not surrender to Lord's lotus feet would not cross the ocean of samsara. So in order to get released from the repeated cycle of birth and death, samsara sagaram, he or she wants to get liberated and gain moksham from the sufferings of the samsaric world. That is moksham, release. And so that we can escape all the sorrows of repeated cycle of birth and death in many forms, animal, insect, beast, human, devas, everything, any form. It could be in any form, as a mosquito, as a cockroach, as a deva, as prince of Wales, whatever. So who is a mumukshu? An aspirant for a moksham is mumukshu. He longs for moksha sukham, complete, eternal, blissful joy of being with the Lord at Sri Vaikuntham. Thereby we never ever come back to this horrible world. Nacha punaravartate, Brahma Sutra says. There is no coming back. There is no point of any return. So, performing eternal kaikaryam at his feet with love, with affection. How can performing kaikaryam, service, serving somebody could be pleasurable? How is it possible? It is. There is a story that Kalidasa there was no parallel for Kalidasa. There was absolutely no parallel. So that is why they used to count who is the best poet. One is Kalidasa, with taking the little finger. First, number 1, Kalidasa. Number 2, they take the ring finger and say, who is number 2? Nobody. Anamika. That's why it's called Anamika. That ring finger is called Anamika. So, there is no other poet other than Kalidasa. So, Anamika. And that Mahakavi Kalidasa used to serve, bringing huge utensils of huge pots of water for his beloved girlfriend. There was one Dasi whom he was very fondly in love with, and for her he brought 2 huge utensils of water, buckets of water you can say, every day. Such a Mahakavi did that. Why? Because he loved her so much, he would not mind doing even such menial act to show his love. He could do anything. If you love someone, you would do anything for that person. And if we love the Almighty, who is our dear darling Lord, we would do anything, and that too with happiness. So, how do we accomplish the goal of moksha sukham? What are the means used by a mumukshu to attain goal and get fulfilled? That easy to practice, upayam, sadhyopayam, used by mumukshu is either through bhakti yogam or prapatti. But why do we have to do this to go to Sriman Narayana? We can go to anyone, any other devata. Sriman Narayana, out of his compassion towards the Baddha Jivatmas, propagates Vedas, created Brahma and then Rudran, allied Shastras, which are the only way that we can possibly know about him and the way to reach him. Sriman Narayana is the ultimate Atma, and all of us, the Jivatmas and the universe, are his Shariram. He is the Sariri, he is the Atma, we are all his body. Chit and Achit, the sentient and non-sentient are his Shariram. The eternal Sarira Shariri Bhavam is composed of 3 things. Adharam, Adeyam. He is the Adharam for us. He is the Adeyatvam, being supported by Shariri. We are all supported by him. Just like our body is supported by our Atma, the Jivatma, he supports us because we are his body. If our Jivatma ceases to stay in this body, the body will drop dead. Similarly, if Paramatma ceases to get out of us, we simply do not exist. So, he is the Adharam for us. Then, he is the Niyanta. He is the one who controls us. He is the controller. We are controlled. And he is the Sheshi. We are the Sheshan, Sheshatvam. So, Adeyatvam, Niyantyatvam, Sheshatvam. 3 things. It is to be noted that Sariri need not be physically present inside a Sharira. There is not a condition to be met. So, the Sriman Narayana supports, controls, and he is the master. The very essential nature, Swarupam of a Jivatma is to perform Kaikaryam. The very essential nature of our Shariram, our body, is to serve our Atma, Jivatma. Just like the hand picks up the food and feeds the mouth, in order for the Jivatma to enjoy the kesari, enjoy the halwa, enjoy the Mysore pak. So the Sariram acts to serve the Shariri. We need to serve him, and need to serve him blissfully, eternally, without any pain, without any coming back. So the Baddha Jivatma becomes highly desirous of obtaining moksham, thereby reach Sri Vaikuntham, the spiritual world beyond this material world, perform uninterrupted Bhagavad Anubhavam, Kainkaryam to the Divya Dampati with great, absolute, immense bliss, Peranandam. These are all declared in Upanishad, the Anandam. This is just like the ardent desire of a fish which is out of water to get back into the water in accordance with the nature. Just like the Jivatma, its nature is to get back into the water, which is Sri Vaikuntham. That is why Nammalva says he is Tirthan, Yen Tirthane, he is a Tirtham. Such highly glorified Baddha Jivatmas are called Mumukshus, one who is desirous of moksha. So how to get this moksha? What are the means? Shastras declare that Bhakti Yogam and Prapatti are the two Sadhya Upayams by which the Baddha Jivatmas can attain moksha, while the Divya Dampati are the Siddha Upayam, ready Upayam. Narayana himself in Ahirbudnya Samhita categorically declares Bhaktya Paramaya Vapi Prapatya Va Mahamate Prapyoham Na Anyata Prapyo Mama Kainkarya Lipsubhi. Narayana here declared that Bhakti Yogam and Prapatti are the only means, by no other means he will grant moksha. And he is the only one who can grant moksha. Iruttukkodiyudayanum Piramanum Indiranum Matrum Orutharum Ippiravi Noikku Marundar Varimillai. Periyalvar said, Iruttukkodiyudayan, Rishabhavahanan, Rudran. Iruttukkodiyudayanum Piramanum, Chaturmukha Brahma, Indiranum, Devendra. மற்றும் ஒருத்தரும் nobody மற்றும் ஒருத்தரும் இப்பிறவி நோய்க்கு மருந்து அறிவாரும் இல்லை. For this birth and death disease, karmic disease, they do not know the medicine. Okay, they do not know the medicine, but who will know? Maruttuvanai Nindra Mamani Vanna. Not only he is the medicine, Beshajam Bishak, Sahasranamam said, he is the medicine, he is the doctor. He himself is the medicine, he himself is the doctor. He is the one who prescribes himself as the medicine for us to get over the karmic disease. Such a devotee would be guided by Sriman Narayana to end up with either Bhakti Yogam or Prapatti Yogam. It's just a matter of time. Maybe within this lifetime for Prapatti Yogam, or within few birth, if the Bhakti Yogi would obtain moksha. So, this particular Sadhya Upayam, here the Prapatti or Bhakti Yogam is talked about in this sloka, which is, he is Siddhopayam, he is eternal, he exists without being made, without any effort being made by a man. He is there. He is the embodiment of Daya, compassion. He is Sarvashaktan. Like we saw yesterday, he has got Saushilyam, Vatsalyam, Saulabhyam, and he is a Swami. He is a Sarveshwaram, Sarvajnan, Sarvashaktan. So he is with Mahalakshmi. So here he is a Siddhopayam as an eternal entity. The Bhakti Yogam and Prapatti are the two branches of Sadhyopaya. One of them has to be practiced by the human being to gain moksham. And that's what here we talked about. When practiced in the sastric manner, they quench the anger of the Lord, who is otherwise extremely angry over all our transgressions against the Shastras. He gets pleased, Vashikaram, in order to attract him, lure him. He gets pleased and blesses with moksha sukham if we perform Prapatti. In fact, the Swami mentions, Vedanta Desika mentions in Charma Sloka Adhigaram in Srimathe Rahasya Trayasaram. He says, I'm not talking about the slokam, he says, we pass our time on this earth as prapannas without any doubt or fear, and stay in a state of absolute freedom from papams because of direct result of performing prapatti in this life of ours. To that Dayalu, Paramadeyalu, Dayaika Sindhoho, the ocean of mercy, Paramakارuniko Bhagavan, Lord Krishna, who is seated near the assembly of Upanishads, and from whom the Charma Slokam arose spontaneously to banish our samsaric afflictions. Ya Upanishadam ante yasmat ananta dayambudehe tridita janata sokaha shloka swayam samajayata tamiha vidina krishnam dharmam prapatya sanatanam samita durita shanka atanka tyajaha shukam asmahe. So here Krishnam Dharmam Sanatanam. Swami Desikan was inspired by the Mahabharata Slokam for identifying Lord Krishna as the Siddhopayam. Siddhopayam are the means of attaining moksham. Ye te Veda Vido Vipra, ye cha Adhyatma Vido Janaha, te Vidanti Mahatmanam, Krishnam Dharmam Sanatanam. Ye te Veda Vido Vipra, ye cha Adhyatma Vido Janaha, te Vidanti Mahatmanam, Krishnam Dharmam Sanatanam. Those Vedantic scholars who understand the Karma Kandam as well as the Jnana Kandam, means the Vedic yajnam, Vedic karmas that are to be performed to obtain the material worldly benefits, as well as the Upanishad Vakyams, the Jnana Kandam, the Uttara Mimamsam dealing with Paramatma. They all, both the Karma Kandam as well as the Jnana Kandam, deal with Paramatma, always celebrate Krishna as the everlasting Sanatana Dharmam, as the Siddhopayam. So here, his great sense of compassion for the suffering of samsari as Dayambudehe, Daya, ocean of Daya. The Charma Slokam took its spontaneous birth. Why would Krishna talk 725 slokams when Arjuna just felt so frustrated and remorse for facing all his cousins and grandfather and uncles and acharyas? Why should I fight? So he got paranoid. He was so frustrated, Arjuna. He got so much remorse with grief. What's the point in fighting and killing them to gain moksha, to gain rajyam? I don't need rajyam. Let me not fight. I give up. So Krishna should have spoken maybe 10-20 slokas to convince Arjuna. He could have done it. But he took that as an excuse to bless us with the entire Karma Jnana Bhakti Yogam, the entire Sanatana Dharmam, the entire Vedantic truths, and give us the most esoteric Charma Slokam. Sarvadharman parititya mamekam sharanam braja aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. Do not lament. He took that as an excuse. So it is born out of reaction to experiencing another wonderful opportunity for him to come out with this. Just like Varaha Piran gave this Varaha Charma Slokam to Bhumi Pirati. Such a wonderful manner Swami Desikan explains this Siddhopayam and Sadhyopayam. Swami Desikan sums the two upayams, Sriman Narayanan, the omnipotent, the abode of Daya, the residence of compassion, forever united with Sri Devi. He and the Divya Dampati, Ekasheshitvam, is the Siddhopaya. Siddhopayaha tu Niravadika Daya Sarva Shakti Sri Shakaha. The Sadhyopayam is the Bhakti Yogam or Prapatti, having their independent features and angams, and it is for bringing the Divya Dampati under the control of the Prapannan, Sadhyopaya, by capturing him, by captivating him, by luring him, by attracting, by pleasing him. Sadhyopayaha tuvat tuttat vasikara siddhyai bhakti nyasanam iti pratak. Bhakti yogam and nyasa. Bhakti nyasa. Bhakti nyasanamiti pratak. To vasikaram, for luring him, for attracting him, for his pleasure, so that he would get rid of his anger and would be pleased with what we perform. Adiyen, Dhanyosmi. Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimathe Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha.